here we go. Alright, greetings everyone. Welcome back to Rawreth. We came here a little while ago and filmed, and there were some bits and pieces around people that were missing, so we thought we would come back. I have a new camera, which is going to be fun. Hopefully it's working. As I say, Joey's filming me because we're not quite sure if this camera's going to work. Fingers crossed. Here we go. Good stuff. Ooh. Hello again. Hey, how are we?
Good to see you.
Good to see you. Do you like my new expensive camera?
It can't work.
I can't quite. It has a gimbal and does all sorts of wonderful things, but I don't know how it works. It's going to be fun.
See, look, mine works on steam.
Oh, yeah. God dear. That's nothing like old-fashioned, isn't it? I like that. Yeah,
It's
but
not that it's old-fashioned, that's mine. I can use that, but beyond that, I'll get lost.
this is a little bit less obtrusive than the huge thing that we had last time. Yeah, that big. You can smile all the time because I'm filming. You can smile now. Not a problem. Right.
It'd have to be wind for me, I'm afraid.
I'm always intrigued on what we got here.
Bits and pieces. I used to be a dealer, but I can't do it now. I've got COVID and I'm knackered.
Yeah, tell us about it.
And I said to these, you want me to be your tea boy? Yes, they said. Because they used to have a lovely lady, but she unfortunately passed away. Steve, you know Steve, dear Steve. Oh, Christ.
I'm going to move this bit along because I don't want to spill it on when I'm taking these out. There we go.
Yeah, you left me some of your cards last time.
We did.
I gave them all away, yes.
We did, that's right.
We've gone up to, so we've got for people that just
There we go.
that are
That's all right. Selection of stuff in here.
texting, so
Yeah.
people that see all we're averaging.
Got to get used to
£1,000 a day.
framing this camera in. Oh, that's it. That works quite well.
We put all the fair dates out once a month.
Have you got your...
Yes. Oh, that's the March one. We got
March one. We haven't got the March one. We need the March one.
Yeah, because
That's a nice one of a
include
truck.
him in the news as well.
Yeah.
Turns out point.
What's that, dear boy?
That's a nice one. The train one. Quite like that.
Yeah.
Trains out point.
Yeah, the news.
You will find postcards in amongst them.
Yep, that's what I'm looking for.
20 hours of news.
Sorry?
20 hours of people watching the news.
Yeah.
And what we see is
There we go. What have we got? Oh, that's a nice one. This is the Alderney
Yeah.
King Arthur one.
It's doing what we wanted, which was.
Yeah. Well, your postcards must have helped. Did you get rid of
French
all at 500?
He's got a big pile in the
I've still
back,
got some in
and
here. We've not got rid of them all yet. We're still working on it. But the thing is, I decided that I wouldn't willy-nilly give them away. Because you can give them to some people who quite clearly they don't even know what the internet is.
Yeah.
So you got to...
I'm afraid I'm just a little bit better than that. Only just.
Yeah, we're going up to Festival of Cards.
got to try and work out that it's the camera and not the screen that I'm looking at that I'm moving. Oh, I've got that set. Cyprus.
But we're going to fairs now and they're going, have you seen this? That one's a good one.
Yeah.
I do love
That's a
these.
card.
I love these exhibition cards. I've got a whole load of these. Yeah,
Oh, that's a shame then, isn't it?
yeah, they are lovely.
Yeah.
I'm going to have it anyway because I quite like the Capex 87 cachet on the bottom.
So it's a different cachet.
Unfortunately, I ain't got no bags.
That's all right. It's not a problem. I've got stuff in the back of my one, but that's nice. Because the idea was with these is that all the different exhibitions throughout the year,
Yeah.
they'd have the stamps and the single cancellation, and then at each of the different shows they'd have a different cachet at the bottom.
Yeah.
So you'll find this card with different cachets in there for different locations. But I'll take that. I would take that one. I'll take it out there in a sec.
Okay, yeah, put it to one side.
Yep.
turned it over. I went and looked at something else. Came back, someone had bought what he wanted.
It's a nice Romania postal stationery envelopes there.
No, he didn't hear me. Bit rank.
They're nice. Some more there. That's a £1.33 matching. Oh, that's nice.
Oh, certainly.
Oh yeah, coronation one.
When did you get back from Cyprus?
That's got
Sorry?
the estate
No.
office at Sandringham.
I spoke to him
So
the
it's
day
official,
before, actually. We went to the carvery.
Which is nice if you can get the
Because he's cheap, mate, same as I had. It was £7. We get something on the phone, and it's £7. How can you not go there for £7? For you to cook 2 roast dinners, how much would that cost you?
These are the Royal Air Force ones with signed by the pilots.
Went to Witten Fair.
Yeah.
Way back and way back.
Yeah, but you know, by the time you turn your oven on it,
It's a nice one.
you know, turn your oven on it, that's half of it.
Okay. Right, still getting my head around this new camera. There we go. But it does work quite well. I do like box covers. Let's have a look. Oh, some stamp sheets. Year packs. That's nice. There's a few of those. Oh, I do like smilers. There we go. If you watch the March news, Concord's on the March news, and these are. Yeah, it was the March one, it was the latest one, isn't it?
Latest
Concord.
one, wasn't
Yeah, March, so it will be, yeah. And these are blocks of the original 1969 stamps. Obviously with the Queen's head. And the oh, it's got the 9D and the 4D. Nice. That's a good value. I like that. I have a thing for smiler sheets. One on the stamp world, it's one of my. That is nice actually. Might well be buying that, that's nice.
These are nice.
At an £18, quite a nice price. Put that there for a minute. I'm on a bit of a smiler sheet run at the moment. Oh, that's lovely. Actually, I prefer that one. Mythical Beasts. I prefer that one to that one actually. That's lovely. Mythical Beasts. Actually, there's a few in here. Don't have this one actually. 60th birthday of the then Prince Charles. Right. Okay. USA covers. Yeah, we got that one. Now, first day of issue. New York, 5 pet station. I might take that one actually, it's quite nice. Not sure if I've got that one. I do prefer these though when I've got messages and they're used. go. American Association of University Women Educational Foundation. Sent to Canada. It's got a nice usage. It's an early one there. Very early one. 1897. Cancellation there, look. New York. Yeah, let's see. 1892. Oh, 92, not 97. 92. Even earlier. It's a nice cancel there. To Germany. Oh, I've got this one. This is the mint version of that one. I've got a mint one. And another one there. Anything different between them? Both look the same. Yeah. The overprint on the bottom one is much better than the overprint on the top one. There's loads of these postal stationery cards. And lots of these ones. 9-cent Nathan Hale. Clipper one there, I've got that one already. Now, this is a reprint of the original postcard. They reissued it on the anniversary, on the 100th anniversary of the first US postal, as it says there at the bottom. That's what you need to look for. That one's nice because it's got a cancellation on it. Midwest Postage Stamp and Coin Show, 1973. That is nice actually. Put that over there. We've got this one in, there we go. Not seen that one before. That's not one of the people ones, this is John Hancock. There's a whole series of these with all of them in different colours. Let's put a load in here, ran the wrong way. What we got? Anyway, that's quite a nice one. Francis Vigo, Vincennes, 1779, not got that one. That would be one that I would be considering, but I'm in a weird situation today. I don't want to spend very much today because it's March, and at the end of March it is the Festival of Cards in Somerset, and I want to have a little bit more money for there because there's going to be a lot of cards there for me to have a look at. Here's another one of these. As you see, this is Robert Morris. It's a different colour to the other two we've seen. Greetings from New York. Oh look, the thing about this one is in the bottom there is the Twin Towers, the World Trade Centre. If it wasn't for that big white sticker that's been stuck on there to get the ident coding on, that would be a nice nice item. There's a weird selection of stuff in here. Lots of postal stationery. It's another one of those what's this? Casimir, oh, Pulaski, Savannah, 1779. This one I've got. Now, I do like the American postal stationery cards. There's another one in that set. In fact, a couple of them. Swamp Fox, Francis Marion. And here you have LaSalle Claims, Louisiana. This one I've got a couple of these actually, one with a cachet on it, but they, I mean at 50p, that's not badly priced. I quite like these, and that's a reasonable price for a lot of these. A lot of envelopes. I think I may have done most of the cards now. Oh look, we did a vlog on these, on the tourist ones.
Yes.
We did a vlog on these, so I'm sure Joe will link that in. Yeah. And these are all the standard ones with, this is airmail because of the border, but no cachets on them. So these are the standard ones. We used them to show the difference between cachet ones and non-cachet ones. And this is another set that I've got, the Olympics. Oh, that's quite nice, first day used. 50th anniversary of the purchase of the Virgin Islands. This one crops up a lot. The World Jamboree, 1967. I quite like these sort of things where they're just sort of. This one's actually used to England as well, and that is nice. These cards actually used to the UK or Europe or outside of the US have a little bit of a premium over the plain ones, and that's a very nice one actually. Some nice stamps. 1998. Yeah. I think I'll have that one. Oh, that's another one that I've got. Look, this is great, isn't it? Stamps. The Universal Hobby. Oh, so I've already got it, but it is a nice one. And that pre-printed stamp on there, that's the only place you'll get that. It wasn't issued as a postage stamp. This one here went to California. That's nice, I like that. And here we go, another one of these people ones with the different colours. This one is Paul Revere, Patriot, connected to the War of Independence for America. Some more of those tourist 72 cards. Again, these are the standard ones, not with any cachet on them. In fact, I haven't found any cards in here with cachets on them. There's another nice used one there. George Rogers Clark Vincent. This one also came to England. Came to Kent. And I might take those. I do like them when they're used like that. There's the Olympics one. Oh, that's nicely used. That's Sue. What's that? Focus round on you. Look, do you like my new camera? Do you like my new camera? It's good, isn't it? Well, we will be when I get the hang of it. Paul's Valley Centennial. There we go. Oh, that's a nice one. That one I don't have actually. Oh, I've got this one, the Clipper. Yeah. That's a nice early one there. 1881. There we go, lots of envelopes. So this one crops up more than any other card. It was at the front of the box as well, but you see so many of this one. Must have been one that was done in lots of. Yeah. Right.
There we are, thank you very much indeed. Serbia, £1 each. 1,
Yep.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
They were all out of your USA 50p.
That's it. Sounds like 7, 8, £9 a lot then. Thank you very much. There we are.
Thank you.
There we are. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
We just put all those in my backpack. Keeps my ship safe. I bought a few bits today, but very unusual bits. Yeah. Well, no, that doesn't convince me that they're unusual, but I bought some unusual stuff today. Not mine. Well, the American postal stationery cards are my thing, but Oh, the other stuff is very strange. Oh, there we go. You find something down there?
Only something for like red trees.
Oh, right. Rather like the look of that. Well, no, I think I've got it somewhere. I'm fairly sure I've got one of those.
We'll remind you you're saving money for festival of cards later in the month.
Oh, yeah, always. But that's, oh no, look.
Yeah, no, it's too damaged.
Well, it's a little bit too damaged for £1. It's a shame. But that would have been nice otherwise. That would have been nice. Right.
You looked like you had your head cut off there, the way you were standing.
No, right. It's awkward trying to get it to focus in, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. That's what I like about these small fairs, is you can get all sorts of bits and pieces. This is all your equipment, all your stock books. Hello again.
Right.
Yes.
You want my agent's phone number? Well, if registered my image rights.
As long as I don't want your lawyer's number, that's the only thing. Oh,
No, registered my image rights, so you've got to pay him.
There's your catalogues. It's a nice Channel Islands one there. Which gives you all you need to know. It's all in colour now, these ones. That's your hardback, your Commonwealth. There we go. That's all of them in here. There we go. Stamp collectors is almost essential. And this one obviously is the more detailed catalogue. I used to use these a lot, Vero. Got a lot of my collection in there. Oh, it's a little side room. Collection of locomotives. Oh. Album of PHQ cards. Where they start. Oh, these are very recent. Oh yeah. I've got all of these though. Yep. Those I've got. Another one here. Ah, right. These are all first day used on the front. Each was just a nice set. There we go, full set. The miniature sheet on the back. Oh, they're mint at the back. Yeah. Oh, that's one of my favourite sets. TV. These are all mint at the back, but the front ones are first day used.
The coin box is so heavy, I could hardly lift it.
This is an interesting one. These are the Benham silk cards. There's quite a few of these produced. Well, one for every set during the 80s. But, sadly, they're not worth a great deal. But there's so many of them produced. They didn't really make a lot of interest, but Some more mint ones.
No, lots of individual coins.
There's the Aston Martin DB5, which is the James Bond car. The one that made this set particularly interesting in my mind. Wallace and Gromit Christmas. Another set that I like. First day used on the front. I don't see too many PHQ cards on stuff. Right. Bundles of stuff out here, this is fun. We'll do this there. This is a very stamped one at the back here. All these albums in their plastic cases are all for different countries. For stamp collectors, obviously. It is a stamp fair mainly. If you collect a particular country, you can ask for it and go through the albums. And they're always popular. There's always lots of people sat out front. And albums and sheets. I picked up a few bits today. Not too much, because I didn't want to spend very much. As I say, big fair at the end of the month. So best not to spend all my money on the little bits and pieces here. Well, I can't resist the last look in here. These are collections of material. Again, this is very stampy. I do have some stamp collections. Television, Falklands War. I collect some Stampex related stuff, international and other stamp exhibitions which I like. But if I have an option between a postcard or a stamp, I'm going to buy the postcard first, always. But stamps and postcards intrinsically linked, I think it's fair to say. So I maintain my interest in stamps. And I think you have to know a little bit about stamps so that you don't make a mistake in relation to used on postcards. Sometimes you can buy a postcard very cheap and find that the stamp on the back is worth quite a lot of money. I've done that myself. Oh, just going to say hello to another friend of mine. How are we?
Not too bad.
Good, good, good. Been having fun?
Yeah.
How was it?
Remember what I've got.
Oh, that's easy. It's easy. You don't have to remember what you got. You just got to think, do I want that? And if you say yes, you get it. Oh, that's a Falklands War double sheet. Now, it was for the 25th anniversary. There's two sheets in there, and across the 16 stamps, 8 per sheet, are the names of all the people who lost their lives on the side of the UK. All of the soldiers and the sailors. And I think there was a small number of Falkland Islanders who also lost their lives. I think 3, I think for some reason rings a bell, but these 2 sheets actually commemorated all of them. So that's a nice one, but I've already got those, and I've got my first day cover as well. So, right, I think I've spent my money. There we go, this is where I found your Churchill one, but there's only one in there.
Yeah,
So there we go.
there's some in there because it's
Ah,
Winston Churchill there, look. That's the bug.
all right.
Never been on the bug.
Nice little covers. That's not too bad at £1 each either, are they?
They're not bad.
No, they're pretty good
That's
value.
what I would put them up at.
Yeah.
I mean,
Romney Hive and Dymchurch.
I'll tell you what, that has got to be more than £1. I'll tell you.
Oh
what.
yeah, definitely.
You got the
and
full
you got 2
set.
of them.
You've got the full set. You've got-
50p. These
That's
are
got to be worth
these
more
are-
than £1.
These are obviously the traffic lights, aren't
Yeah.
they? The colour idents on them.
Yeah, traffic there, go
Oh yeah,
go
they're
appears.
they're really
Yeah,
really nice.
That one. I bet you get that catalogued, and that's a lot of money with a full set on it.
Yeah. A few local railway. Oh, that's quite nice as well. There you go. These are railway carriage labels, railway post stamps, but for mail carried on the light and private railways. There are quite a few of them. This one here, Vale of Rydell. That's quite a nice one for £1. That's a lovely cover from 1970. Not my sort of thing. I do collect ones for the North Yorkshire because it relates to Hogwarts and Heartbeat because it was the railway line from that. But this one's nothing to do with that. This is a lovely one. So if I find ones that relate to the North Yorkshire, then I will pick those up, and I've got quite a few of them. Right, I think I've probably done enough today. Everyone seems to be having fun. So, it's only 11:15. There's a fair few people still here. So, right, I've spent within the confines of my limits for today. I think that will do. Right. All done?
Yeah.
Right. John's sitting there. Right, I'll see you at the next club meeting. Have fun.
Love to see you.
Enjoy your enjoy your searching through those boxes. See you next time. Right. So I see saying about these small fairs, you can have a good rummage. And I like a good rummage, but I bought two slightly more expensive items, two smiler sheets, and a handful of other little bits and pieces, some covers, and some American postal stationery cards. But I'll show you those in the hall at the end when we get back home. Greetings again, everyone. I'm back from the Rawreth Stamp and Postcard show today. Slightly smaller buy to my normal sort of pickup, but as I explained, it's the festival cards at the end of this month, and I put in by some money so that I can have a good sort through there. So I've only bought a few things, and I only actually bought a few postcards, 5, technically 6, but I'll explain it to you in a minute. If you've seen my other vlogs, you'll know that I'm very, very much a fan of the United States postal cards, postal stationery cards. I already have this one mint, and it's the 5th International Philatelic Exhibition, 1956, the overprinted in black here. This one's actually at the actual Philatelic International, or the 5th International Philatelic Exhibition Station, first day of issue cancellation, New York, 1956, May the 4th. That was a nice, all of these were like 50p. And for 50p you can't go wrong really to add these to your collection. And I am trying to build up a collection of these. This was nice. I did like this one. I have this one mint in my collection already. They're all plain back because they're postal stationery cards, as I've explained in the past. This one is actually a reproduction of the original first US postal card. And this was released on its 100th anniversary. Text down the bottom here in brown does explain this. On the original cards, of course, that's not there. And this one's got a very nice Midwest postage stamp and coin show station, Chicago cancellation, which I quite liked. And this is a satellite telescope, the Copernicus. So, and I'm interested in space as well, so this doubles up for me. You've got a nice postal stationery card, a nice cancellation, and a little bit of a story behind it, so I liked that one. I bought this one as well. This is Abe Lincoln, 5 cent. Such a simple card. Literally all you have is this up here. This is what's called as pre-cancelled marks that appeared on some of these postcards. There's not a lot to that really, is there? Now, my fascination in these did lead me at last year's Stampex to buy this book. Just let me adjust this. There we go. This is the United States Postal Card Catalogue. And if you are interested in this sort of material, this is a superb book. And if I look up the marker that I put in here just a few moments ago, there we go, up here. Here is the very card. S73 is the reference in this particular catalogue. Just about read it if I lift it up a little bit. There we go. Now, the interesting thing here, I mean, it's a very cheap card, but then again, it gives you numbers that were produced. 2,466,921,500 single cards. I wonder that one doesn't seem to be too difficult to find. So I was pleased with that, but yes, you can't beat a catalogue. And this one here is packed in full colour, all the cards that have come out, all the postal stationery cards. It's a lovely little book, quite expensive, but worth picking up. A 75th anniversary edition from 2020. Try and find out if you're interested in this sort of thing. What this catalogue tells me is that, bring that back down again, is that cards like this that are posted are potentially certainly more interesting, but sometimes can have more value because they're properly used. Philatelic usage, that's people like collectors going in, buying them mint, buying them first day of issue, all done through dealers, through circulation through the American Postal Service. Actual used copies is ordinary people picking up a card from the post office and sending it off to a friend, family or someone abroad. And I particularly like these when they have been posted to the United Kingdom. And this is the George Rogers Clark in Vincennes in 1779 postal stationery card. It has a message on the back. And this is, I believe, 1979. I think we worked it out from the date that's at the top here. 1979. Someone sent a card to Kent. Yes, Kent. There we go. So, find ones like this that you use. They're quite nice. As was this one, which was the first one I found when I was going through the box earlier, as you would have seen. Now, this one again came to England, but it went to Chester. It's got an airmail etiquette there. 2 additional stamps. This other one only required 1 additional stamp because of the value. But you have a nice American Kestrel there by the looks of it. Yep, it even says it on the stamp, not American Kestrel. This is went to a Mrs. Myra Riding in Chester. And there we go. Not unusual to find typed messages. People putting them through a typewriter to print it up. But there we go. Very nice. Used to England, I hunt these down because of particular fascination with the actual usage of these cards. I don't mind them mint. I'm quite happy to accept them mint. I'll accept them first day, both of which I've received today. Got this one mint, we've got this one first day, sometimes with different cachets or cancellations as with this one. And obviously I had 2 cards properly used. This one's 1998 to the UK. When I find these, I pick them up. I did pick up some stamp stuff today. Now, although I'm a postcard collector generally, my interest in stamps relates to just a few things that I collect as a thematic, and they are COVID, television, Falklands War, moon landing, and international stamp shows and events and exhibitions. These ones, which are Cinderella stamps really, for Olympia 1970, Ras Al Khaimah, and these are moon landing sheetlets. Here you have the original 3. This is a nice little, this here, I actually have the original of this Belgium stamp in my collection. Collins, Armstrong and Aldrin. And you have this one, which is obviously the American first man on the moon stamp on the Ras Al Khaimah for Olympia 1970 sheetlet. I've got lots of these stamps, probably one of the most easiest of moon landing items to pick up. There's a Monaco one depicted. There's a Paraguay. There's a Romania. And this is actually Apollo 12 on that one. And there you go, there's 5 nice little sheetlets there, and that only cost me 50p. I know I'll make a nice little display page in my moon landing collection. Some would say that yeah, Cinderella stuff like this is outside of the proper circles of philately, but I like these type of unusual items. They were nice. I did go through a selection, big box of covers from Serbia, and here's how these fit into my collection. I collect television. During the Second World War, there was no television in the UK. The only thing they had was radio. Television ceased on the day that war was declared on Germany. Here you have Orwell with a BBC mic. Now, Orwell did a number of broadcasts in the early part of the war before being ousted because there was communist connections with him, and there was some fear that some of his speeches and some of his talks on radio would be detrimental, because at that time Russia was allied to Germany. But anyway, BBC, there's a television-ish link there for me, but it's a lovely stamp, lovely sheet, so I picked that one up. I'm always moaning that I never pick up COVID stuff at stamp fairs. Well, that changed today. This is the COVID stamp release. This is the first day cover for that. And as it says here on the back here, look, Joy of Europe, the largest and oldest international manifestation of children's creativity. They do stamps every year for this, but this one was released, as you can see from the cancellation, 2020, and was pandemic related, and this was down to COVID. And that is actually not an easy cover to pick up. And I got it for £1. That was a real bargain. Instantly into my television collection, this one. International Telecommunication Union's 150th anniversary. There we go. Lovely stamp. and there's the transmission tower on the cover. And I picked up a couple. Let's put these in some sort of order, put it underneath there. I'm going to do this one first. This is another broadcasting one for my collection, and this one is 75 years since the founding of radio television of that location. I'm not going to, am I going to attempt to try and pronounce that? Volvadinia? Something like that, I would think. But there we go, that's a straight into my television collection. Tower, television connection, nice stamp with that television transmission tower on. And they'll go into that. Could not resist this one, film and TV. I love the UFO as well and the Hollywood across the bottom of it, but what a cracking single stamp sheet that is. There's a bit of all sorts in there. You've got your American bald eagle at the top here, your dancers, Charlie Chaplin sort of, your film camera, your canister with the film in it. I thought that was stunning. Straight into my collection. Was it 100 years of Hollywood? There we go. Absolutely superb. And I also found a bit of a postcard connection. This one here. This is the world's first ever postcard, which was a postal stationery card, but postcard issued by Austria. It appears here on the cover and on the stamp, and this is from 2019, and this celebrated the 150th anniversary of the postal card, or as it says here, 150 years of postal card. And I have some copies of this actual card in my collection, so this cover with one of those cards would make a lovely display sheet. Really pleased with that. So as I bought that one, I then came across this one. Postal stationery cards again. This is the anniversary of the Serbian first postal stationery card, as it says up here. Stamp Day, 150 years of the first correspondence card of Serbia. And this one is 2023. And there we go, there you have a used one. There you have a mint copy. And it also appears on the stamp. Now that's your total crossover, isn't it, of postcard, stamp, cover, all connected. I liked both of those. I thought the idea of celebrating postal stationery cards or postcards was lovely. And as I say, they were only £1 each. They were worth every penny. I kind of explained this on the video. This is card number 1, and they were exhibition cards. Exhibition card 1, British Post Office. Now, this is actually slightly raised on here. It's a beautifully printed card. The idea of these was that Royal Mail had stands at international and national stamp exhibitions, and they would sell these cards as a souvenir from the event. Now they'd be cancelled, and in this little area at the bottom here you would receive a cachet only applied to cards bought at the event. So you had to be at Capex 87 to have that cachet applied to your card. Now, they were not popular. They did go up to card number 5. There was 5 different, but there was a new card sort of every year, and then it would be used throughout that year for different shows around the world. And you can build up a collection of these with the different cachets, and I do have most of them, and probably may even have this one in my collection already, but it was only £1, which for these with a cachet was incredibly cheap, so I snapped it up anyway. I was quite happy to do that, but I will at some distance time do a whole vlog on these. I'll dig out my album of my collection of these and we'll go through the different cachets and bits and pieces. But they were beautifully produced cards. They were all numbered individually. Problem is, a large number of them were produced and they somehow just didn't gain popularity. Having said that, they weren't cheap. They weren't cheap to buy when they first came out. And I think that might have been some of the issue with why they weren't so popular. It was just too expensive. But in my mind, they are beautiful. And I like to try and collect the different cachets. Something to look out for. And I'm saying that's £1, going to snap that up straight away because it's worth a lot more than that. But that's a nice card. The last two things I bought, because I do have an interest in, and this is nothing to do with postcards, I do accept this, but I do like the Smilers sheets. These are sheets that were used Royal Mail stamps. You could design your own border and you could design what you wanted in these little labels that were attached beside the stamps. Hundreds of them were produced. There's loads of different types. The first one came out in 2000 at the Stamp Show 2000 to be precise, and then slowly up to 2018 they were produced and people could do private ones like this one, which is for Hammer Films, Frankenstein, and it was produced by the Stamp Centre, 79 Strand, London. It's not there anymore. It closed down just after COVID, so that the Stamp Centre Strand doesn't exist, although the company still exists. So it's just I used to go to 79 Strand and shop there, but you can't do that anymore. In 2018, Royal Mail ceased to do private Smiler sheets. They still produce Smiler sheets for Royal Mail stamps, and there's official Royal Mail Smilers, and they've just released one for Roses, and they did one for Stranger Things. So Smiler sheets are still being produced, just not by private companies. So things like this from the Strand, from the Stamp Centre, you wouldn't be able to do now. But I have about 80 Smiler sheets in my collection. Always nice to pick them up when they're quite cheap. Frankenstein is a nice one, so I grabbed that. And lastly, I grabbed this one, which I believe is an AJ Bradbury. Yes, an AJ Bradbury produced Smiler sheet in a series that they ran, History of Britain. And this is the History of Britain sheet number 37, and it's Mythical Creatures and Heraldry. 20 was a good price for this. Excuse the slight pause there. The mailman always seems to turn up when I am trying to do one of these recordings. Anyway, as I was saying, this is sheet number 37 in the History of Britain sheet. Mythological creatures. I can't resist anything that has a mermaid on it, and this is a mermaid label here beside the first class stamp. But also got unicorns and other creatures of myth and heraldry, including the wyvern up there, the dragon style type thing. And there's a number of printed Royal Mail stamps around the edge, all with a heraldic theme. This one was £20, which actually is not bad for a History of Britain sheet. And I haven't seen this Mythical Beasts one for a while, Mythical Creatures, so I grabbed that. So a couple of Smiler sheets for my collection. As I say, not a big haul today, but some very nice stuff. Love these covers. Love that. That Hollywood stamp sheet is superb. And it's been some time since I found a COVID item in at a fair. And I did buy some cards. Is this a postcard? It's an exhibition card. I'm not sure if it would class as a full postcard. But I did buy some postal stationery cards, all American. Did like that Abraham Lincoln one. Should be fairly easy to find with over 2 billion of them produced. So if you fancy one of those, I don't think you'll have any trouble. So there we go. These small affairs are always worth having a look at because you never know what you're going to find. But the thing is you can spend more time having a sort round. You can sit down and have a good rummage. At a large affair, I would not have gone through a box of Serbian first aid covers. So I wouldn't have had the time. I'd have been more interested in getting through and looking at the postcards at other dealer stalls. I would have missed out on all of these. Possibly I have this already, but it's a COVID one. I had to pick up a spare one at £1 is a real bonus anyway. But that lovely Hollywood one and these superb postcard anniversary stamp first day covers, I would have missed out on all of those. So there is a bonus in going to these smaller ones. When we go to the Festival of Cards at the end of this month, I will be going with a completely different approach, which I will explain when we are there. So look out for that one. It's at the end of March. We will be going definitely for one whole day. Possibly we'll be going for both days. So if you see us there, come and say hello. We'd love to hear from you. Love to know what you think about our fair attendances, our little films, our vlogs about what we're picking up or what we're looking for. As I said, today was a bit different. A little bit less money. Smaller fair. I actually thought today was quite small. It's actually, for me, it's not a bad thing. But there we go. Picked up some nice items. Not as many. Didn't spend as much money. Both of which, in this case, for this month, is a bonus for what's coming up. Hopefully we'll see you for the vlog for the Festival of Cards. But there will be more vlogs on other little bits and pieces in between. We're not attending another fair before the Festival of Cards now. But we'll have a lot more content for you. And I look forward to seeing you at those. And as always, I'll see you then.
Postcards from Mars, they hit my door. Tiny aliens asking for more. Writing comments like a cosmic tour. I found stars